Hey everyone, welcome back to Let's Play Pokemon Blue with me, John Garcia. Today we're going to talk about something that is important, and I have a lot to say about this. So even if you don't usually watch these videos, you probably might want to watch this because I'm going to talk a little bit about politics. Specifically, I'm going to talk about Ron Paul. Now, a lot of people my age seem to like Ron Paul, and for a good reason. You know, he's anti-war. He's anti-drug. He doesn't think that let me turn this up. He doesn't think that drugs should be illegal or taxed, or he does think they should be taxed, or he doesn't think anything. But really, he's a libertarian, which I badmouth a lot. But he's not quite a libertarian, which is the worst part. Is that he's not really he's not that kind of free market, hey, everything's good kind of guy. He's kind of a bad person in a lot of ways. He's a theocrat. And I just don't like him, and if you like Ron Paul, you either haven't done enough research, or you're a bad person. Now, when I think of... Let's start with some more goofy aspects of him. When I think of Ron Paul, he's a really old guy, and he's a really creepy guy, in my opinion. And when I think of Ron Paul, I think of an old wizard. I think of, like, Gargamel, or maybe Saruman, like, twiddling their fingers and cackling, you know, kind of a Saruman meets Mr. Burns kind of thing. So you know, my favorite thing to say post Rick Perry slip, you know, when he did the whole oh, I cut these 3 things. Ron Paul looks at him and he goes, "Oh, you meant to cut 5 things. 5 things. Mwah, cut the EPA." And I'm like, Ron Paul, why are you so scary? And I love that he's just a giant troll, really. If you follow internet terms, which you probably do if you're watching me play Pokemon on the internet while discussing Ron Paul, which is the most internet-y thing I can think of doing. Anyway, this move Payday that Vinterice had just learned, basically for every use it has, I gain the number of money. The level that Vinterizer is at times 2 is how much I pick up for each use. So eventually that gets to a lot of money, and that's the only real way you can get money in this game, because trainers are finite and they will stop fighting you after a while. I bought some things because I knew I'd be getting money through Payday. But anyway, back to Ron Paul. The guy, to quote Draco Malfoy, he is a racist. He hates gay people and non-Christians and the government, even though he's trying to lead it. And he probably works for the person who killed your parents, actually. I'm not going to talk to these people. I don't care. So I don't think we should be best friends. Sorry, Ron Paul. I don't want to be friends with you. I don't want to vote for you. And I don't want you running my country. See, he published a bunch of really racist newsletters. Now, he didn't write the newsletters, but they're published by, like, his campaign people. And one of the reasons that you have a campaign is to represent yourself. So by running a campaign that was like, hey, you know who sucks? Black people, is not a good idea. By any stretch of the imagination. It's a terrible idea. And Ron Paul was like, you know, he gave that the green light. Either he was irresponsible enough to not, like, care what his newsletter said, back when newsletters were actually important, or he is just a racist. In which case, I don't care for him. Because I don't like racism. Because racism is bad. If any of you watching this are racists, say so in the comments, and I will be very upset with you. Body slam, that sounds awesome. Can anyone learn that? I'm not going to teach that to anyone yet. Probably much later down the line I will. Do I need healing? Yeah, I'll use a potion. But Vinterice leveling up like crazy in the SSN here. But see, the thing with Ron Paul, there is the fact that he's racist, there is the fact that he's homophobic, there is the fact that he's transphobic, there's the fact that, you know, he's really, really old. Like, I'm sorry, but when the main candidate for for a lot of college folks like Ron Paul. When the main candidate for them is like a really, really old white guy, I'm really confused, because why do you want to be represented by someone who's like the opposite of you? But I already know the answer. I know the answer, and we all know the answer. It's because Ron Paul wants to legalize certain drugs that could be referred to by a name that is one of Spider-Man's girlfriend, and I'm not talking about Gwen Stacy. Ron Paul wants to legalize marijuana. That's not his top priority, but it's all the people who support Ron Paul, who are my age, who are in the peer group of most people watching this probably, are just like, hey, I like doing drugs, and Ron Paul would make it so that I could do drugs without legal repercussions. I'm going to vote for him. He's for single-issue voters, really. He's for people who either they want no government, or they just want such and such legalized, or they're racist. Like, you know how I said his campaign had those illegal, or not illegal, but had those racist newsletters. That's not the worst thing Ron Paul has done, because his campaign has also accepted donations from a site that I visited once to see what it was, and it was so awful that, oh god, just never go to the site. It's called Stormfront, and it's a forum on the internet, and it is a forum for white supremacists. I am not joking one bit. I wish I was, but I went and looked at this white supremacist forum because, you know, it's good to know thine enemy, because anyone who says, you know, this race is the best race and we don't like the other ones, oh, that one doesn't want to battle, is not a good person. And they are very supportive of Ron Paul. At first I was like, ooh, global police? I guarantee we won't see him at all, and I guarantee that I'm going to stop Team Rocket instead of him. Let's go down here. Is there... Yes! Kitchens! There's a guy looking in the... Hum-de-hum-de-ho, I peel spuds every day, hum-hum. I think there's something in one of these trash cans. But anyway, Ron Paul... yeah, something Snorlax, we'll see that later. Ron Paul, his campaign, I can't stand peeling onions. Yay, great ball! His campaign accepted, donations from Stormfront. And the thing is, you gotta, on one, he's making barbecued eels. I never, oh, and he says different things when you talk to him? Nobody does that in video games. Hey, that rhymed. But besides this, Ron Paul just, he accepted donations from them, and the fact is, campaigns run on donations. They run on taking your money to further themselves and saying that that is good, which is one of the problems with politics, is that it runs on money, so those with money always win. See also OWS. Anyway, Ron Paul, not to get too political here, accepted donations from Stormfront, and they're Nazis, and, you know, that, not to be, like, violating Godwin's law, but Nazis are bad. I generally don't approve of Nazis. I don't like genocide. It's one of my least favorite things, ever. It's my least favorite thing that ends inside, that's for sure. Like, I don't understand offside, but it's way better than genocide. And, you know, homicide's bad, but genocide's like homicide against, like, an entire nation of people. And that's even worse. Oh, crap. I probably should switch to Johnson for this Machop, because it's fighting type. And it's going to, fighting's good against normal for some reason, and it would wreck me apart. Oh, I don't like that. Ooh. But anyway, Ron Paul, in short, evil wizard. If you do any research on him at all, you find that he's a bad, bad person, whose voting record does not reflect a person who wants a freer America or anything like that you would think. You know, we got a fair way through SSN. Tell me what you want me to talk about next time. If I talk too much about non-Pokemon stuff, tell me that. If I didn't talk enough about... Well, I don't know what I'm saying anymore. If I didn't talk enough about Pokemon stuff, you know, tell me that. And tell me what you want to talk about next time, because I like doing this kind of thing. Tell me your opinions of Ron Paul, and or if I should give my opinions of other people. next time on Let's Play... Wait, first I gotta kill this. Pokemon! With me and Schmitty and Winterice, and Indiana hasn't got a lot of use. I gotta use Indiana more. But yes, I think this is a good ending for this. So, catch you later, Bill and Ted. What?